represent his family and what it means to him. Let's hear a little bit about that.
قاعد يسلك لي. لا والله ما قاعد يسلك. العز عزق.
Every week was really intense. I didn't expect myself to qualify for the solos.
أنا شفت بالمجموعة ده. أصبر نلعب.
What I love about competitive Fortnite is the everyone's so nice. Those people are really humble. I don't really feel any pressure on me. I just really focus on this moment and this tournament, and hopefully I do good and bring back home one of the best Fortnite players in the world. I'd like to thank my parents, my brothers especially, and also and who are loyal to me, because they're like the only ones that supported me throughout this whole journey.
It's so nice to see someone just so grateful to be in the position, but continue striving forward. Someone who's originally seen in the skirmishes, but now wants to perform on the main stage. Onto our representing NA East, NA West, and Brazil. We have Dracon, Road Shark, Colorful, Mega, Bucky, Class, Rux, Pizzas, and Saints.
Bucky because
You run into him, and now we're going to actually get a chance to talk with Zay, who we saw him and Sap have an amazing performance yesterday. Let's see what he's feeling ahead of the competition. Jordan, what do you have for us?
you are not wrong, Sundown. One of the best and most dominant duo players standing right next to me in Zayd. Zayd, you dominated yesterday. It's very clear to absolutely everybody, claiming that #1 slot for 5 of the 6 games. Obviously, it's Fortnite, RNG happens, right? But again, going into in-game, you two staying together, locking down high ground, that's ultimately what secured the dub. What was your mentality going into duos yesterday?
So we kept the same mentality, same strategies for every single game. After the 3 first games, we have 38 points, so we're really confident. So we didn't change anything. A lot of unfortunate things happened, so we finished with 6 points in the last 3 games, and we got 4th. After the first 5 games in a row, we want to win it, so we thought we bad, but still.
Understandable. I mean, at the end of the day, though, Fortnite, this is the biggest payouts, right? Like, we're seeing some amazing payouts. 4th place is still very much a win, I would think, to a lot of people. Now, going into the solos tournaments today, obviously you've been, performing very consistently over the course of the last year of Fortnite comps. You're faced up against a lot of incredibly talented players from regions all over the world. There's a lot of different play styles here. What's your mentality going into some of these fights?
For solos, I'm going to play like I've been playing for the past year. I'm just going to be confident. Play better and be confident.
Absolutely. Well, we see this confidence. We're going to see it again today on Real Island. What do you have next for us?
Thank you so much, Jordan. And what's surprising to me there is Zayd. I mean, it's not surprising at all, actually. He's a true competitor. He won placed in 4th place yesterday, and he was very disappointed. You can see it on his face.
Definitely felt it wasn't good enough. He said, hey, we wanted it all. We wanted the top spot. If it's Zayt, we've seen it in the past, that means he's going forward. But now on to our next group, because these competitors are here to also challenge for the top spot. We have Link, Peter Pan, Lechi, Yarkos, Klusha, Mr. Savage, Snazy, Smeef, Blaster, and Issa.
The beginning of this group that you mentioned, Lechi, one of the most amazing controller players I've ever seen out of Germany, and he was so methodical and so good at the end game. It was unbelievable. The tunneling skills and able to be so aware. I can't be more impressed by Lechi.
Yes, and even in the qualification round, he said, hey, I got the spot. He was almost the first controller qualifier to get in, missed it by 1 place, and that next week when he came back to back solo trap eliminations to just flex on the entirety of Europe. Also rounding out the group, somebody we saw yesterday was Klusha. He's going to have the time to be on the stage as well as Mr. Savage. They're there, but let's talk about the other controller player making his first trip over here. It is Ghost Issa, the original controller kid, and we had a chance to talk with him ahead of the competition. Let's hear it again.
So I qualified for 25. It's been kind of such a week, a lot of ups and downs. When I qualified, I was so happy. I had a rough 10 games. I think I played 5 games out and died like 4 times off spawn. So I was so happy when I qualified. I instantly qualified. I qualified. I think it's nice that they open. New York is way different. Like even the air, everything is so much different. The traffic, I love it. Meeting everyone has been the nicest part. My MVP is one of those balls or whatever, and just keep grinding. That's the only way you can make it.
What an incredible story coming out of Issa, looking to represent and looking to do as much damage as possible. You know he's here to take names. Now on to the next group, where you have a lot of what I would consider dark horse contenders. Very talented players you don't hear enough about. It's Nick, King, Clarity G, Astonished, Lunez, Jenkins, Batch, Pika, Storm, and Reverse 2K.
I just want to point out, Astonish's outfit is unbelievably incredible. He has slippers on that have claws on them.
No, those aren't slippers. He's in a full onesie and then has the jersey over it. You can check him out on Twitter. Also known for one of the coolest fling knock plays we've ever seen. One of my favorite calls, but also have to talk about Nix and King.
Yes.
They're both playing yesterday in the duels. Didn't necessarily get the results they wanted, but they're both known as much stronger individual players. They play much better when they're able to go crazy and do the game plan that they want to do.
Yeah, and in the bottom right there, you see Storm, also known as 4DR Storm. He's one of the players who fully qualified for both solos and duos, and even with his duo partner, Epic Whale, later on. We do also have Reverse 2K on the bottom half of this group. He is on the floor with Jordan Fisher. What do you got?
Standing next to me is Reverse 2K, one of the most gifted mechanically in terms of his aim, his building sense, his speed. Everything about his gameplay is one that I love and look up to personally, and I think for a lot of people here as well. Now, you've already told us that you're dropping Pressure, which is where you dropped in your qualifying week, which is a very smart move, I think, in my opinion. Now, are you planning on keeping a strict rotation schedule to be able to be flexible?
I'll be able to play more Ninja and I do
Very comfortable there. Matt up really quickly with some wood right there, those masks. Now another thing that I love about you, Reverse, you're so vocal and so positive in social media, and a lot of people are supporting you and loving you, very much behind you in this journey. How does it feel to have so much support from Fortnite fans and others that are watching your streams and so forth?
It feels amazing. This Fortnite game is definitely a mental game. If you lose your mind, you're going to lose the game, so a lot of sport helps.
Absolutely. Well, we love you, man. I'm excited to see you perform today. Bala.
Thank you so much, Jordan. A lot of people from home rooting for Reverse 2K. He's made quite a fan base, and a lot of people supporting him. We're going to continue forward back.
star, been around from the very beginning, able to compete on the stage as well. Robob's up there, and then we have to talk about the X2 twins. Jordan representing down south, known originally as one of the first veterans out there. We're gonna toss it to a quick little video to see kind of what they're all about and what they were thinking going into the competition.
I'm twins and I'm from Brisbane, Australia. I've played LAN, I've played online, I've played the Australian Open, I've played at Poland internationally. I really like LANs. It's a different setting because there's people actually watching you as opposed to just people watching online. I think I'm definitely getting better with it with the more LANs I do. It doesn't really sink in until you actually land here and you get here like, oh, I'm actually it's definitely a cool experience. I like to and try and treat it as if I was at home just playing any other scrim. You've got to put work into it. Sometimes you might have to get a little bit lucky with qualifying and stuff like that. That's a part of it, but you can create your own luck through grinding and just hard work. It's really cool meeting the people and like experiencing it with them and learning from each other. People that can keep their calm, they definitely come through.
Jordan going to be doing everything he can to push forward and be at the top. And now we're into qualifiers qualified in the final week. The week 9 ones, the last chance qualifiers. When everything was on the line, they made it here. It's Clipnote, Cosmic, Tuzi, Aspect, Hornet, Creo, the Jetian, Harrians, Evil Mare, and Arcram 1X.
Footnote, one of the players out of Brazil who, you know, he was there every single week, just in the top 10, not quite reaching that final top 1 spot, which is how many spots are up per week for Brazil, but he finally did it in the final week. That shows he is clutch.
Yes, the Argentinian was all about it, and we have to talk about Aspect. Him and Angel were the original favorites going into the qualifier, kind of slid off the pace and then had to drop off their drop spot. In the final week, he rocketed up in the lead with 60 points, but the issue was he finished his games early. Everyone else had an extra half